Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Time waits for no man, so only what you do for the Lord will last. It is 3:53 a.m. on June 9th, 2025. Welcome to Late Nights with Lala. Yeah, so, I wanted to just tell y'all, some of y'all up right now, disgruntled, complaining, just unhappy, just going over everything, probably arguing with somebody this time of night. Yeah, people be doing that. But anyway, just stop complaining. Like, what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You can express yourself. You can talk about things that, you need, things you want, things that need to be done, things that need to get done, things that will get done, but stop complaining. The Bible says that Most High hates murmuring and complaining, mumbling under your breath and talking about this, complaining about that. And don't get me wrong, again, it's natural to express yourself, but any excessive thing is abuse. You know what I'm saying? That's like if a person ate 100 oranges a day. That's abuse. It's impossible. The acidity from the oranges go break you out. Break your face out, break your skin out. I know it happened to me when I was a shorty. I was addicted to oranges. It was excessive. But anyway, yeah, stop complaining. Stop murmuring and complaining, and especially when you be aware of who you talk to these things about. Like some of y'all, you'll sit up and complain about your mother to your friend who mother done passed away. Be real careful about that, because they looking at you like, I wish my mama was still on this earth. I wish I could hug my mother. Like, some of the stuff you talking about is frivolous and unnecessary. Like, it's not a real issue. You that bent out of shape about something your mother said or did, when people wish they had access to their mother on that level like that. Then you got people who, you talk about your car. I'm tired of this car. And you got friends looking like they wish they had a car. And you don't even realizing what you're saying. It's tacky. You know what I'm saying? People complaining about they need a break from their 2-year-old kid. Who needs a break from a 2-year-old child? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2 years that you had the child. And for the first year, they couldn't even talk. So they couldn't even walk. So what are you talking? Like, what do you need a break for? And you got people looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wish. You know how many people, child passed away? Like, you look at the Oklahoma bombing in 1995, April 19th, 1995. It was a daycare on the ground floor. But you know how many people remember those children? You know how many people think about those parents? No, you don't think about nothing but your selfish ass self. A lot of those babies died. 6-month-old baby named Tony. African American little baby. He died. So be careful when you complaining about these kids. You got people just ridiculously criticizing and complaining, criticizing their loved ones, so-called loved ones, complaining about everything. Just always complaining, but ain't willing to do nothing to upgrade or fix nothing. It's just ridiculous. You got people complaining about their wife. She always trying to do this. She's so controlling. She this and that. You got niggas is looking at you like, I wish that I had a wife like that. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had a wife who gave a damn. You know what I'm saying? And then same thing, he always working. He ain't never spending no time with me. But you are benefiting from the luxuries of, him laboring. So just be real careful with the complaints. It don't even make good sense. And especially, again, like I say, a lot of y'all saying this to people who are in the lack thereof situation. You complaining about your house and this and that, and there's people who wish they had a home, and you don't even see it. You talking to them about it. It's just ridiculous. Trying to drag your son every chance you get, and there's people whose sons done been murdered, people whose sons done passed away, and you just making up shit, dragging, talking crazy. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even really complain it. Every time you look around about any little thing, it's just ridiculous. Complaining about the dog. And you know how many people right now praying, they like, I just want an animal. I just want a pet. I just want a companionship. I can't wait. I want to get me a little puppy, want to get a kitten, you know. They wish they had a dog. Some people don't even have nowhere to store the dog. A lot of people are homeless. They can't have an animal. A lot of people live in shelters. They can't have a pet. And you just complaining about your animal. And don't get me wrong. I know that sometimes, animals, especially if it's not, if you share a space with somebody and they have an animal there, then that could be different. I could see why you would have something to say. But, still again, just be aware, be thoughtful, be mindful, and just be considerate of other people who, you talking to about this stuff, just keep complaining about your shape, and you telling this to people who out of shape. You complaining about your hair, and people looking like, okay, they wish they had your hair. So be very careful. You say you're grateful, but you got to show it. Just saying it don't make sense. So be careful complaining all the time about every little thing. You know what I'm saying? Just be cautious. Just be cautious, because things could get taken away from you. So be careful. Just complaining and complaining. It's too windy. It's this, it's that. It's too sunny. It's a problem all the time. So just be real careful. But I was just dropping that science on y'all. So yeah, just be mindful. I'll talk to y'all. Okay, love y'all.